In this lecture, we are going to learn how to establish a small business. Having the courage to try something different and just doing it cannot be underestimated. Many people do not ever develop their ideas because they never get started. This may be due to lack of drive, lack of confidence, or just not knowing how to start. Success in any new enterprise is possible provided you do your research first, plan carefully, and are prepared to put in the hard work required. Entrepreneurship is a way of life. Being entrepreneurial means being able to identify, start, and maintain a viable and profitable business, particularly a small enterprise. People spend most of their lives working for someone else. Some people eventually rise to position of wealth and power, while the rest languish in unchallenging and low-paying jobs. On the other hand, there are selected few who strike it out on their own. Rather than work for others, they put up their own enterprise. Take a look at what are the steps for starting a new enterprise. Firstly, identify the project, then form the project proposal, followed by undertaking through government facilities and implementation to the plans. For this, analyze yourself that you are an entrepreneur. A successful entrepreneur possesses key characteristics that help his business grow and thrive. Extensive research by the Small Enterprise Research and Development Foundation reveals personal entrepreneurial characteristics that lead to success. These are grouped into what are called the achievement cluster, the planning cluster, and the power cluster. You can see the low chart which represent procedures which are to follow in order to set a small new business. Project management is the process and activity of planning, organizing, motivating, and controlling resources, procedures and protocols to achieve specific goals in specific or daily problems. There is a need of project management to achieve all of the project goals and objectives while honoring the preconceived constraints. The primary constraints are scope, time, quality, and budget. The secondary need is to optimize the allocation of necessary input and integrate them to meet predefined objectives. Next, projection identification is the first step in the strategic planning process. Before spending significant time and resource on a project, restoration should be there, which is to identify the biological importance and likelihood of the restoration success at potential project sites. Projects are classified according to their need as in general as quantifiable and non-quantifiable projects, sectoral projects, techno-economical projects, and financial institution projects. Project ideas are generated through different sources like customer, competitors, and employees. Project management should try to enhance people's creativity, scan the entire business environment, and appraise the company's strengths and weaknesses to generate a large number of ideas. The project manager should analyze the business environment that consists of economic sector, the government sector, technological sector, and socio-demographic sector. The competition sector and the supplier section is also included. Here we will learn activities involved in selecting a project. Selecting and initiating project turns strategy into action. Done thoughtfully, the process project selection can significantly improve the organization ability to execute its strategy and thereby enhance its results. This project can take many forms. They can involve creation of new assets, execution of strategic initiatives, implementation or development of technology, or general process improvements. The project selection process closely relates to pre-organizational systems such as leadership, strategic planning, and process management. Choosing what project to undertake is one of the latest understood and commonly mishandled activities within organization. However, defining and bringing awareness to the selection process can take your organization to the next level. Activities that are involved in project selection are listed here. Let's learn the process involved in project selection. Firstly, in product selection, most important step is setting up a small enterprise. Because the further prospect actions and efforts in setting up the small enterprise and commencing its commercial activities successfully depend on this decision. The entrepreneur has to be very careful while selecting the project. The main factors in deciding a suitable project are availability of proper infrastructure facilities such as land, power, water, communication, transport, and kind of labor. Background and experience of entrepreneur plays an important role in selecting right project. Another factor is availability of the right technology and market for the product or service. After deciding on the project, the next important decision an entrepreneur has to make is about the location of the project. For many tiny units and service-based units, home is perhaps the best starting point. However, not all type of small-scale industry units can be set up at home, either due to size or nature of the industry. Then the entrepreneur may like to locate their business in the industrial estate, areas, parks, complexes developed by the concerned state government organization. State-level government agencies assist entrepreneurs in identifying suitable location or sites for the project, besides helping in the process of getting all necessary clearances for the project. All utilities such as power and water supply are available at the site in case the units are located in any of the industrial estate developed by these agencies. In project feasibility study, we will consider analysis such as market analysis, in which we will find the aggregate demand of proposed product or service, and what would be the market share of the proposed project. In technical analysis, whether the basic of success commissioning of the project have been considered and reasonably good choice have been made with respect to location, site, process, and so on. Financial analysis seeks to determine whether the proposed project will be financially viable, in the sense of being able to meet the burden of servicing debt and satisfy the return of investment expectation of the promoters. Economic analysis is concerned for budgeting a project from the social point of view. Its focus is on the social cost and benefits of the project. Project profile is used for obtaining provisional registration certificates from the district industry centers and for making an application for allotment of land. A project profile contains information about the projects such as introduction, promoter education, infrastructure requirement, plant and machinery, raw material, power and water supply, and its utility, manpower needed, etc. A business plan is a document where you plan your business to have an organized and effective response to a situation. Business plan is not just for startup company but also for those which are growing. It can be used to establish realistic goals or target to achieve or determine the current position. A business plan is used to make crucial startup decisions, to reassure lenders, investors, to measure operational progress, to test planning assumption, to adjust forecasts, and to set the standard for good operational management. Project formulation is the process and step through which an opportunity becomes a project, in which an entrepreneur is willing to invest his time, money and other resources. If the project selection process is followed and adequate resources are allocated for the project, the final project decision should be relatively easy, since the project is ranked against other projects and weighted against objective business selection criteria. Project cost and resources must again be evaluated against available resources. Now, what are the elements of a project formulation? Firstly, feasibility analysis, which involves an examination of the project idea in the light of internal and external constraints. In techno-economic analysis, the identification of the project demand potential and selection of the optimal technology suitable for achieving the project objectives are mainly concerned. Financial analysis involves estimates about the project costs and revenues and the fund required for the project. Social cost benefit analysis, the investment project are evaluated from the point of view of society as a whole. The cost benefit analysis aims at analyzing the real contribution of an investment project towards welfare of the country as whole. Pre-investment appraisal offers the finalization of proposal and its formal shape. A market survey is a systematic collection, recording, analyzing and interpretation of data relating to the existing or potential market. A market survey is an important requirement for initiating any successful business. The objective of a market survey is to collect information on various aspects of the business. It is a tool through which entrepreneur can minimize risk. After the market survey, the results should be analyzed in order to finalize a business plan. Through a market survey, we can obtain information of size of market, pattern of demand, buying habits and motives of customers, past and present trends of products. As market surveys plays an important role for success of a business, there are some steps which are to be considered while conducting a market survey related to a particular product. Firstly, define objective and specify information to be collected, which covers the following necessary information. Then selection of time and place which referred as sample is chosen. After this, questionnaire is prepared for the survey and data is collected and analyzed. After performing all the activities, now prepare a report of this analyzed data. This is for today. See you in the next session. Thank you.